Hi everyone, I'm super excited to be heading into Cambridge with my friend Julia for a bookshop crawl. We're going to go through all of the bookshops that we possibly can in the day, and it's suddenly really nice and bright and sunny because the first couple of hours of the day when I took Milo for a walk, it was tipping down with rain, which he absolutely hates. And now that it's lovely, I'm leaving the poor guy in the house and I'm off to, look at books. I'll next have the camera on when I'm in Cambridge. See you then.
Most of my visits to Cambridge have been by train, but this time I decided to drive. And if you're planning similar, a quick tip. Parking at one of the many park and rides is free for up to 18 hours, which was perfect for us since we were only in town for 4. The bus ride into the city centre costs £3.50 for adults and is free for under 16s, making it a convenient and affordable way to get into town. You arrive at Emmanuel Street, which is wonderfully central and gives you an immediate sense of the city's rich history. You'll notice some of the stunning college buildings and of course lots of students either walking or cycling about the city. Julia and I had a plan to visit 6 bookshops, though there are even more to explore if you have the time. Cambridge is truly a book lover's paradise, and you can even find some hidden gems in the charity shops or thrift stores, as you say in the US. As soon as I walked in, I was struck by how on trend the store is. Shelves featuring all the latest book prizes, awards, and even trending TikTok reads. Waterstones is a chain bookstore in the UK, and the Cambridge branch is particularly impressive, spanning 3 stories. I recommend it not just for the vast selection of books, but also for its cozy cafe and customer-friendly loos, perfect for a day of book browsing when you have more than one type of penny to spend. Although it's a chain store and I do like to support independent bookshops, I can't help but be a fan of this branch. The staff were incredibly helpful, the layout was spacious and so well organized and everything clearly labeled. Personally, I appreciate a well-organized bookshop where I can find what I'm looking for easily, though I know some people enjoy the thrill of the hunt instead. We made a quick visit to the Oxfam charity bookshop. You never know what treasures you might stumble upon, though this time only this book by Glenn Cook held my attention. Still, this particular Oxfam had a good selection of both fiction and non-fiction, including older editions. If you're ever in Cambridge, I definitely recommend checking it out, not just for the books, but also because your purchases support a great cause. While it's not a bookshop, I had to pause and admire Pocket Watch and Petticoats, a gorgeous shop specializing in vintage women's clothing, particularly from the 1950s. It's just one of those charming spots that adds to the unique character of Cambridge. Isaac Newton's tree and my very shaky footage as we were suddenly inundated by summer school students who are all trying to see the same sight. Next, we visited Heffers, a historic bookstore taken over by Blackwell's Books in 1999. Heffers has been a part of Cambridge since the original shop opened in 1876. It definitely gives off a more vintage vibe compared to Waterstones. The lighting is muted, and instead of being greeted by the latest bestsellers, you'll find a range of history books as soon as you walk in. I also discovered Cambridge Imprint here. It's a small paper-making business designing and printing patterned paper, stationery and homeware in the UK. They have a wide range of stationery and more available in the bookshop and online. We did not stop at the oldest bookshop site in Britain selling books from the world's oldest publisher, Cambridge University Press. Instead, we just looked in through the window and admired the little dinky door that is sitting outside the property. Now, dinky doors are found all over Cambridge. They're miniature sculptures with doors lovingly made and hidden just out of plain sight in this beautiful city. Described as petite portals into other worlds made with a dollop of humour to spark imaginations and make people smile. Our next stop was Bookish Cambridge, a market bookstall on Cambridge Market. G. David Booksellers is an independent bookstore that's been around since 1896. The shop offers a fantastic selection of second-hand and rare books and has remained in the same family for generations. The interior layout is charmingly unique, with small rooms filled with books and vintage posters adorning the walls. It's a kind of place where you could spend hours just exploring the nooks and crannies, never knowing what treasure you might find. But we were on a time limit at this point, so we hurried by onto Haunted Bookshop. Lucky for us, the Haunted Bookshop, an independent second-hand bookstore named after Christopher Morley's novel, is tucked away just down a alleyway that's 2 minutes away. This bookshop has a cramped historic atmosphere that makes it feel like you've stepped back in time. Packed with a wide and unique range of books, a touch of nostalgia makes it a must for book lovers that appreciate the feel of times gone by. I couldn't not stop at the Corpus clock, also known as the grasshopper clock, a large sculptural clock at street level on the outside of the Taylor Library at Corpus Christi College, University of Cambridge. And we get on to Bodies in the Bookshop, the newest bookshop in Cambridge, a treasure trove for crime fiction enthusiasts and founded by Richard Reynolds, a veteran bookseller with over 40 years of experience at Heffers, and his friend John Gifford, an independent publisher known for reissuing Golden Age detective fiction. The specialty store brings together the best of classic and contemporary crime literature. The shop is divided into 2 floors with new crime fiction and Cambridge-related books on the ground floor, while the upper floor offers a vast selection of rare and second-hand crime novels, including out-of-print editions, with plans for author signings, book launches, and a unique annual event called Crime and Nourishment. Bodies in the Bookshop promises to be a vibrant hub for mystery lovers. I, of course, found myself captivated by the translated crime fiction, so I hung out around here a little longer than I intended. John was at the till and really friendly and helpful. He did say that the selection of translated crime fiction was relatively small, but I actually found it really useful, and I ended up coming away with Tokyo Express. Now, if you think that's the only bookshop that tempted me to buy a physical book, you'd be wrong, even though I was saying that I'm going to stop buying physical books. But that is going to be another video, because I will be sharing with you all of the books that I picked up on this trip. So thanks so much for joining me, and take care.